She started getting phone calls.
There were charges that I knew fully well that I had not made.
It was a nightmare to untangle.
Changing all our credit, direct deposits, everything. It was a headache.
I had no idea where this came from.
They just started to call her, and they were very persistent with their calls. They kept calling and calling, and the guy started off by telling her that he was with her bank. He was going to freeze a certain amount of money in her bank account if she did not go and deposit this money. She went to the bank on 2 different occasions and withdrew money from the bank. The whole time this man is on the telephone with her, coaching her through everything that she needs to do. The ladies at the bank, we are a small town, they all know each other. The ladies at the bank asked her, "Are you okay, Miss O'Quinn? Is somebody threatening you? Is something going on?" Because they knew it was unusual for her to be withdrawing that large of amount of money. And she said no, that she was remodeling her house, which was not the truth. He sends her to a liquor store in a not so great part of town at night to go and deposit this money. So she's walking around with $10,000 cash from her bank to go to a liquor store and deposit this money. He never gets off the phone with her. He walks her through everything. Everywhere he goes, he's telling her, "Do not tell them. That should have been a red flag. It just wasn't." She says he never threatened her. I asked over and over again, "Why did you believe him?" And she couldn't give me an answer, but everyone I've talked to says that they are just so persuasive that they just know how that's what they do for a living. That's what they do. They make these elderly people believe their story. So he walked her through it. He tells her what to do. He makes her open accounts. He walks her through everything, makes her set up a crypto account, sets up PIN numbers. He sets her up with all of this stuff. And to my understanding, this didn't happen once, but twice. The next morning when she gets up, I don't know if the transaction went through that night or not for sure, but the next morning he starts calling her again. And through looking through all of her stuff, he is trying to get her to open credit cards. He's trying to get her to do these other type of accounts that we were not familiar with, and of course she wasn't either, that are like, I guess, a PayPal type account. He also talked her into going to get more money from the bank. Again, the women asked her again at the bank, "Miss O'Quinn, are you sure something's not wrong?" And that's at that point, that's whenever they decided to call me and check with me to see what was going on with it.
And who was he
But
impersonating again?
he said that he was with the bank. I don't know that he
A
said he was
different bank than the
directly.
one that she was going to withdraw the money from?
Well, I don't even know that he stayed at her bank. I just think that he told her that there was some issue going on, that the funds were tied up, and if she did not go do this, then those funds would never be given back to her. And she was afraid that she would never get this money back, even though she went to the bank that she banked with, and the girls asked her, and she could have easily said, "This guy's telling me this," but the whole time he's coaching her not to say a word to anybody.
Well, and we hear that a lot in these high pressure situations. The red flags may seem very obvious to us, but in the moment, it's not until after the fact that usually the consumer realizes that something was off. It's not in the moment, it's always later. So this is very similar. This story is very similar to what we've heard in the past. So let me ask you this, and really this is the final question. What would you want other families to know about this so this doesn't happen to them?
I would say be very aware of everything that's going on. If you have elderly parents, make sure you're on their accounts, make sure you're checking their accounts, make sure that you are just keeping up with what is going on with them, because it can happen so easily. If the ladies from the bank wouldn't have called me, if I wouldn't be proactive and check on her stuff, we never would have found this out to be able to jump on it as quick as we did.
Gotcha. Well, Kizzy, I want to thank you so much for your openness and for helping us shine a light on this issue. By sharing your mom's story, you're helping to protect countless others from falling into the same trap. And we assure you here at AARP and with the Elderly Fraud Task Force that we'll be working on for the foreseeable future, our goal is to make sure these situations don't happen again. So want to thank you so much for your time and for sharing a very personal story with us today. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.